Bruce, you wrote this before the reality of COVID-19 really hit us, and there is probably more chaos and more uncertainty now than ever before. Is this a time to give up hope, as many people possibly are, or are there different opportunities that we need to look at?
Jeremy, I mean, yes, it's so easy to give up hope, isn't it? It's so easy to take that route and say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. We're doomed and let's capitulate. Or you can choose to look at the glass half full, and you can choose to be the opportunist in a negative environment, a really tough environment that we're in. I wrote this book, Jeremy, because I was tired. I mean, these are brilliant books, by the way. This is The President's Keepers, Jacques Pauw's amazing book exposing the Zuma administration. Gangster State, for example, Peter Louis Myburgh, you won the Taco Caper Prize for that this week. Even Mandy Wiener's Killing Kebble was in there. I mean, all of these books paint a picture of South Africa that is one of doom and gloom. And what I've come to learn over many years is that not all of our worst expectations always come true. And sometimes you do need to be able to look more holistically at the environment. And that's precisely what I sought to do as I sat down in December and completed the upside of down. Then it was about the economy, and then it was about the politics as well. And those things are still very prevalent. COVID-19 adds a whole new dynamic to this environment. But a quote in the book, one of the founders of Waze, that's the traffic app, who says that you can make more money in times of uncertainty, more money out of solving problems than you do out of creating comfort. And in South Africa, we've just had our problems accentuated in a very serious way. The economy is in trouble. We can't be Pollyanna-ish about it, but it is in times of chaos. And I can show this in the book, that South Africans do find the mettle, the courage, the grit, the determination to hunker down and find solutions to those problems.
And a lot of it, Bruce Whitfield, comes down to leadership, particularly in the business community. So what type of new quality, then, do you think is needed from business leaders?
Ultimately, I mean, you look around the world, and all of the studies will tell you that billionaires are by nature, have a couple of things universally in common. They're all by nature optimists. And even in South Africa, with all of its negativity, you talk to some of South Africa's great business leaders, and despite their grumbles and gripes, they're all essentially optimists. Brian Joffe started his business, Bidvest, in the aftermath of the Rubicon speech, as South Africa was in the midst of a civil war and just before we went into a long period of recession. Adrian Gore started Discovery at around the same time as Chris Hani was assassinated. Times of deep, deep, deep uncertainty, but people with great ideas at moments in history implement those ideas regardless of the environment around them. They don't ignore the environment. They just navigate it better. So you need to be an optimist who's able to navigate chaos. And in that environment, people tend to succeed.
Bruce Whitfield, thank you very much indeed. The book is called The Upside of Down, How Chaos and Uncertainty Breed Opportunity in South Africa.